Driving the 2019 population and housing census as the government and politicians await the outcome of the census, whose impact will not only realign the country's financial spending but shake the country's political landscape. At stake in what is akin to a general election is the outcome of the census, which will have a bearing on the 2022 general election and how it will influence the formation of coalitions and mergers in a give and take to be dictated by numbers. K24's Apollo Kamau with more details.
The 2019 population and housing census is all about the numbers, a point of interest not just for the government when it comes to planning and allocating resources, but for politicians ahead of the nail-biting 2022 succession race. In what is akin to a general election, this census will be about the consolidation of voting blocks, giving certain politicians and regions numerical strength ahead of the poll, which is why before the census, politicians were on the front line, urging their support bases to retreat back home and get enumerated.
And if anybody tampers with the numbers, it will be received very, very negatively and poorly. So we want to encourage you, our sons and daughters, that you have been given the opportunity ya kipekee to carry this mantle of telling the county and Kenyans how many we live in Bungoma.
For you to migrate so that you can increase the population of a county, you require a massive transfer of people, which is not practically possible. But if 100 or even 1,000 people go to Kakamega to be counted there, or Kisii, it does not make a lot of difference.
5 big communities are waiting for the census results with bated breath, namely the Kikuyus, Luyas, Kalejins, Luos and Kambas. The 5 ethnic blocs have the capability of upsetting the outcome of the 2022 general election or handing one of the candidates a commanding victory to State House. In the 2007 general election, retired President Mwai Kibaki faced a united onslaught of the Kalenjin, Luos and Luyas at the ballot, which is why the outcome of the poll was deadly, having been instigated by rigging claims. Unlike the 2013 poll, where the frontrunners, President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, wrote on the victim card due to the ICC cases, the 2017 poll, though tightly contested, gave the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins numerical strength, while splitting the Luhya vote.
We don't want to be accused. We want it to take its course, all right? And we don't want it to be manipulated. We want it to be factual. We want it to be representative, so that it is used exactly for the cause it is intended for.
This year's census, apart from having a bearing on the numbers on the 2022 general election, will dictate the formation of coalitions based on the numbers, the emergence of regional power brokers seeking to influence the main presidential contenders, and how voters are likely to perceive the outcome, dictating voting patterns in the 2022 poll, where minority voters are likely to align themselves where they feel more safe, as the majority flex their muscles. Still, the 2019 census will be expected to settle the long-running dispute on the exact population of the country Somalis, a dispute that was contested by the government from 2.3 million to 1.2 million people in the 2009 census. A shift in numbers will no doubt elicit political recalculation on their role in the country's politics.
The forthcoming census is not just about planning purposes using the country's population spread, but it can be used by political schemers to map out strategies in winning the 2022 poll.
The numbers will also be used by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) to determine the boundaries of the constituencies in what is referred to as the delimitation of boundaries, which many MPs fear their constituencies, which are currently sparsely populated, might be swallowed up. Apollo Kamau, K24 Sunday Edition.